What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Garbage to Gold. I'm your host, Joe Davis. I hope you guys are having a great week. And before we go any farther, make sure, if this is the first time you're seeing this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Help us grow and share the video with your friends. Got a lot of things I want to talk about today. We're going to talk a little bit about, obviously, the crazy things that go on in this country. Some of the top news stories. We're going to cover some politics. We're going to cover some crazy things going on, just that honestly aren't even really all that surprising to me at this point, just given how crazy things have been over the past several years. One thing I want to talk about is Tyson Foods. They're in the news right now for all the wrong reasons and have been for a while. Tyson Foods is one of the largest, food manufacturers, which is kind of weird to say food manufacturer because when you think about food, you think of something that you would grow or raise. But no, these guys are what you would call, a food manufacturer. They have like huge. There was a documentary that come out years ago. I think it was called Food Incorporated, and they were featured in it. I think they were one of the main focuses of the documentary. I haven't seen it in a long time, but basically, they were in there for like very poor care of the animals that they prepared to die, essentially. Just even though it's a slaughterhouse, there's still like a level of care that you're supposed to put in, and they just weren't doing it. And now, to make matters worse, they have announced that they're closing a plant in Iowa and plan to hire illegal immigrants. They're going to release 1,000 American workers in a town that I think only has about 8,000 people in it. And they're going to start replacing these people. And they plan to, according to the news article that I read, they're wanting to hire 50,000 of these illegal asylum seekers. So that's what's crazy about these articles. I'm going to pull one up on my phone here. I was just reading. So this is according to... Every time I read like a news story on here, I try to, I listen to Fox personally, but they are a little bit one-sided. That one side that they lean to is the side that I like. I'm not going to lie. But for the viewers, I'm going to try to, kind of land somewhere in the middle of Fox News and the Washington Post. That's my left-right range when looking for news stories. I'm not going to go any farther right than Fox News, and I'm not going to go any further left than probably not even going all the way to the Washington Post. I'm probably not going to read any of that. Just sorry. If you're a Washington Post fan, this video is probably not for you. You should probably know that by now. I've put out a lot of videos. Okay. Let's go with Yahoo. This was 2 days ago. All right, we'll go with a Yahoo story. That's good enough, right? They're reasonable. Okay, so the title of the headline is Thousands Boycott Tyson Foods Amid Plan to Hire 42,000 Asylum Seekers in New York. I'm going to just, before I even get going on this, we should have boycotted Tyson Foods a long time ago for what I was talking about earlier. Their food, it's not good. Tyson Foods, I guarantee if you, really dug deep and looked at, the chemicals and stuff that they use and just how they process food and, it's not healthy. It's not food that you should be consuming. The chicken that they put out, they're mostly known for their chicken. Not good. I'm just being fair. But, if you're somebody that shops at Walmart or you're in a small area where you don't have a lot of access to a lot of different types of food, like healthier brands, you're probably eating the Tyson chicken. And then we wonder why people are sick and dying, and it's because of the food they eat, and it's because of companies like Tyson's Food. Now, all right, let's get going. Angry campaigners are urging shoppers to boycott Tyson's Foods and its products amid its new move to hire thousands of asylum seekers. The food company has shut down more of its poultry and meat plants across the U.S., including facilities in Iowa, Virginia, and Arkansas. Okay, so this has been going on for a hot minute. Looks like they've laid off over 2,000 people. Now, those 2,000 people, those are American workers. So they're slowly and steadily getting rid of, American workers, and have obviously made the decision and have thought this out and planned it out that, hey, we're going to replace the American workforce with these illegal immigrants that are pouring across the border. Obviously, that's going to save them millions of dollars on their bottom line because they're not going to get paid the same. They're not going to have the same benefits. It's just going to be much, much easier for this big food company to make more money by hiring illegal immigrants. So, honestly, I think this is kind of not really just a move that, the bigwigs and executives at Tyson's Foods all got together and decided, hey, we can make a lot more money if we hire these illegals. I think that this is coming from an outside source from Tyson's Foods, and I think it is attributed to, kind of the way things are going in this country. I think that that the agenda, the overall agenda, whatever you want to call it, deep state, the Matrix, the whatever people are referring to it now. What I'm getting at is I don't think that this decision is 100% came from the executives at Tyson. I think that there are people outside the company that have influenced these people who run this company, and are like, hey, you guys need to do this, and whoever those people may be, that's what I'm thinking is going on here. Because Tyson has been an American company for a long, long time. Okay, and they could have made this move a long time ago. And I feel like there's already, they've probably already got immigrants working there and shit, but now it's like a full-on push, like, hey, we're out in the open with it. We're not going to try to hide it. And they're actually allowed to get away with it. For whatever reason, they're not afraid to they're announcing it. It used to be if a big company was going to hire illegal immigrants, they kind of like wanted to keep that quiet. They're coming out and just like, hey, yeah, that's what we're doing. So that's kind of a red flag to me, and that's what tells me that this probably isn't, a full-blown decision by the company. I think outside influence, not only on Tyson, but a lot of food manufacturers and a lot of other big corporations, I think we're going to start to see more of this as this situation with the illegal immigrants gets worse and worse and worse, which it's going to. The illegal aliens and the problem with the border, all these millions of people from all over the world just pouring into our country, this is going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. And you're going to see this, basically this invasion just infect every aspect of American life. We're going to get shafted. If you're an American citizen, guess what? You're on the chopping block. You stand to be either replaced by an illegal immigrant or AI. All right? It's one of the two. And nobody's going to do you any favors. There's very few people in the government who really seem to give a shit. Conservatives seem to think that, they're the Lord and Saviors of, they're going to put a stop to this border situation. But, motherfucker, it should have already been done. If they were going to really stop what's going on, it would have already been done. And the bills that they pass and the new ideas that they come up with and push to try to fix this, I'm like, man, these guys are all full of shit. I'm hoping that Trump gets reelected and, some other people, regain power or come to power and, try to make some good decisions and overall. But at the end of the day, I'm not relying on the government to fucking solve a problem that the government fucking caused. And I don't think any of you guys should be either. It just don't make any damn sense. Like, hey, 99% of the problems that we deal with on a daily basis in this country are caused by the federal government. and the bullshit that they pull, because all those politicians are bought off. They're compromised by foreign and domestic interest, all kinds of evil, sick people basically infiltrating our government, making people do their bidding, make decisions, make laws. And it used to all like kind of happen behind closed doors, but now they're just right out in the open with it. It's fucking scary. But it takes, people like me, people like you. We need more people kind of like coming out and saying something. If we just keep our head down and our head in the sand, nobody says anything. This is how we got to where we are, is by people just kind of sitting idly by and just letting it happen, and just making a Facebook post. It's not enough. We need more people to come out and speak out against this type of stuff before it gets too late. It don't make any damn sense to, lay off 1,000 people in a town of 8,000. That's just going to devastate that little town. And, that's just one thing that goes on in this country that's scary about the food system. How fucking, over the past year, how many like food plants and, food distribution centers have like burnt up or mysteriously, burnt down or something. It happens like every month. I think there's like over 100 food distribution centers across the United States have caught on fire, or have been like shut down or hit by a natural disaster like a tornado or something, just completely destroyed. That's why I'm saying there's something much, much bigger going on, much deeper, much more sinister, and it's not good, folks. Not good. So yeah, that's where we are with that. I kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent. Let's see, what else does it say? Shoppers are boycotting Tyson due to the closures. So apparently Tyson is working with a nonprofit or something that, collects these illegal immigrants, and then they try to find them jobs. Okay, so the boycott is due to the company's recent closures of multiple poultry and meat processing plants in Iowa, India, Virginia, Arkansas, and Missouri. The closures are because Tyson plans to hire thousands of asylum seekers. I like how they call them asylum seekers. They're not asylum seekers. They are illegal aliens. So let's just call it what it is. Spade a spade. Campaigners are accusing Tyson of using the closures to ditch American workers for cheaper migrant labor. America First Legal is a conservative action group launched by former Trump administration officials, and they've warned the company that favoring immigrants is illegal. Well, real immigrants, people who came here legally, that's not illegal. But what they're doing, yes, it is illegal. But they're going to get away with it. The group posted a statement online that reads, "It is illegal under federal law to discriminate against American citizens based on their citizenship in favor of non-citizens of any kind when it comes to employment." So far, Tyson Foods has yet to respond to the statement. Yeah, of course. I doubt they're going to make any type of... I think they're just going to do it. I think they're allowed to do it. I think regardless of the legality, they're going to get away with it. I think that there's people within our own government that are assisting them and have encouraged them to do this. So yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of evil forces, a lot of people with a lot of money that are just sick and have found themselves in a position of power. And yeah, they seem to think that there is, they have an angle to shut down, to take over basically the food production in this country, that's great. So in May of last year, Tyson Foods closed down 2 plants in Arkansas, Virginia, putting over 1,600 people out of jobs. The month before, the company announced that it was working on cutting 10% of its corporate jobs and 15% of its executive roles. Okay, so that's kind of important to say. So some of their corporate people and executives, they've kind of weeded out maybe people who would potentially push back on these types of decisions. And now they're only dealing with people who are kind of on their side. That could be one thing that's going on there. I mean, when you get, it says right here, 10% of its corporate jobs. Okay, so those are people who are obviously American, and a lot of those guys are probably, blue collar Americans, less likely to be on board with their company, hiring a bunch of illegal immigrants, especially in the political environment that's going on in this country today. I guarantee you there's something there to that. So they cut 10% of their corporate and executive jobs, 15% roughly, within the last year or so. And now they're going full steam ahead with this new plan of hiring illegal immigrants. After the company's 2022-2023 sales numbers hit a 0.8% slump, Tyson announced plans to shutter several more plants, including its location in Arkansas, Indiana, and Missouri. The closure is scheduled for the first half of 2024. Okay, well, I'm in Missouri, so I don't know where a Tyson plant is in Missouri. I'm sure I could Google it. Crazy. But yeah, like I'm saying, I guarantee you, it's not by accident. It's not a rash decision. They've been planning this for a hot minute, and they probably looked at their, who all was working for them, who all was going to be decision makers on this call, and they were like, hey, we got about 10-15% of our executives and people who have, some pull in this country or in this company that could push back on this. We need to let these people go. I could be wrong, but I would say that I'm not. Okay. Well, there you have it. Tyson Foods doing some sketchy shit. And honestly, their food is terrible. It's not healthy for you. It's not good. This is actually a good thing. I hope their company goes completely bankrupt. Let them hire the illegals. And let's boycott the fuck out of them and quit buying that disgusting, shitty food that's most likely poisonous because their manufacturing and their processes for how they handle food is fucking disgusting. So, yeah, fuck Tyson. What's up, guys? My name is Joe Davis. I'm the host of the Garbage to Gold podcast. And if you like the video that you just seen and you want to see more, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.